Here's how I allocate my energy on a job. 70% goes to investigating, 10% to making a final decision, and the remainder for execution.
Fala galera, como é que vocês estão? Bem? O que a gente vai fazer hoje? Falei ontem que eu não ia fazer live, mas eu tô aqui fazendo. A gente vai pegar... explorar, né? Olha só isso aqui. Eu baixo de mensagem, desgastar logo, vai. Zero de comprometimentos, zero de palavras, zero de tudo. Um pouco de água, que a água fez bem. Vou jogar no teclado hoje, no lugar do... Daqui a pouco eu toco, peraí. Deixa eu chegar lá perto que eu já toco. Pra explorar eu tô preferindo... Tá vendo lá, tal, eu tô preferindo usar o teclado. Antes assim, pra fazer abismo, as coisas que eu tô fazendo de bandinha, né? Eu prefiro o controle, né? O joystick.
Really necessary?
Cheguei aqui. A gente ativa o joystick. É meu até dizer chega. É. Gente. Vou fazer isso daqui. 3 artefatos, level 4, né? Bem. É, vamos pegar aqui um Knish. E o conjunto Berserker. É fortalecer rápido. Tá, peraí, deixa eu... Escolher materiais. Eu tô sendo de uma mistura, então... Só pra dizer que eu fiz, gente. Só pra completar aquela... Pena infernal. Provedor. Foi. E foi só pra terminar isso daqui logo. Pronto. Vamos ver se vocês vão me dar sorte. 19. Vamos ver. Vai vir sorte, vai vir sorte, vai vir sorte. Vai vir não, porque ainda falta. Depois eu testo. É gameplay. É gameplay, gente. Não tem outra história. É gameplay.
Wow! This is the golden... It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even... This is where all of Tibet's Mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice... Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky, tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here. But even if can't take any, we can still, or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. It's like a dream come true. Oh, right. It's quiet. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Paimon smells quick. We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right.
You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
Ah, lá vem estranho. Ah, lá vem. Lá vem. Lá
You've
vem.
already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location, don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort? Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires. I'm not asking the time for discussion and either way. We now come to the battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble.
You instead of confronting you direct when she faces a worthy. But as for me,
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt.
oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. Besides, you could never defeat.
Vamos logo. Não dá combo nesse arrombado.
This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with the Fatui Harbinger. So
Que
come
lento.
now,
Toma pouquinho de água, vai.
and don't you dare disappoint.
Olha, água faz bem, sabia? Olé.
Over here.
Poor time.
Olha.
So quick to flee.
Tá interessante. Vamos tomar um pouquinho mais de combo?
Cowering already?
Ó, fugiu da minha ult. Boa. Aí.
Shadows
Você
of fate.
comba. E eu te combo junto, meu filho. Tu quer o quê? Tu combo de um lado, eu combo do outro. Que é o fortinho, ó. Ó o daninho, gente. Olha o daninho. Isso que tô mexendo nos artefatos, pra tu ver. Não, tu não precisa de artefato no começo.
Yes, I should.
Precisa de artefato no começo, bem aqui, ó.
Good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about
Uau,
to get tough.
uau. Mas tu é rápido,
Show me
hein?
what you can do against the might of a harbinger.
Um pouquinho de água. Ah, um pouquinho de água. O que tu acha?
Delve into destiny.
No use hiding
Um pouquinho mais de combo. E um desse. Dá pra isso.
That was locked on.
All
Fate
you
is
do is
upon you.
run.
Ready, steady, go!
Something else catch your eye?
Are you running away?
Olha. Até bom, hein? Ai, ai, ai. Lab.
This! I got him cornered.
Raging tide.
Mas eu ganhei!
Dad, your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking more Axis Gnosis now. Huh? I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Eu ultei. Gastei metade do mundo. Vamos lá.
This is going to cost you! You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over now. Don't make me take it from you.
You didn't take it!
Eu tava, gente, olha. Eu compro, né? Vai. Um pouquinho de água. Voltando.
The glory to which none can compare. Not want to do that. Be amazed.
Let me scry.
Target acquired.
Die here.
Olha.
Over here.
Locked up.
Let's dance. Delve into destiny. Didn't quite dodge it. Surprise!
I got him cornered.
Achei isso incrível. Tá dando delay.
Oh, you're done, Peach. You're so done.
Go, Barbara, go! Let me scry.
Target acquired.
Olha isso, vai, tome.
funny, you know.
Let the show begin.
Let me scribe. Step on up.
Locked on. That was unexpected.
Die.
Some you win, and some you lose.
Look! Child's back to normal.
Well then, it seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you. We didn't take it.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eye, but if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. Even if our friendship can only...
Mano, dá vontade de matar
That's
esse
not
cara.
the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by any... In fact,
What? So you mean that...
yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the As such, we must now look to our backup.
backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept away in the process. The truth is, the world belongs, unfortunately,
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone forest.
A god?
Osile, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon stone. If such an ancient god would... Do you think the cunning Rex
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a...
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey! Those are sigils of permission! Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission, using the
Tem que inventar mais
powers of
um.
knowing that such an act...
Ah, só por 600, só por 800 de... Só por 600 de... 800 de XP? Tem que inventar um deus.
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Lyra, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Assim...
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on?
Bestas aquáticas. Elevação de personagem. Quando um personagem atinge um certo nível... Blá, 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 blá.
If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, did we make it in time?
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with...
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common...
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to Just seeing this overlord of the vortex guy puts a...
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for Orden, which is why we must stop that monster.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here...
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is...
What? Wait...
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chising did once research the matter of the Guizhong ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the... For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful. So be it. We haven't a moment to spare.
Yep.
The Fatui! They're attacking the Guizhong ballista!
Vamos lá. Tá ganhando como?
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millilith, with me!
Só esses dois?
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced the god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
Let's begin! Come on! We can do it!
No slacking off. My work. Have a load of this.
Shadows of fate!
Shouldn't get jealous.
Locked up.
Have a load of this.
Surprise! I'll protect us.
I got him cornered. Let's move.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
Ele vem de lado, tá?
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Vai logo, Goducho, morre!
The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many Fatui too! We can't look!
Ai, meu pai.
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Olha isso, não tem o que eu fazer. É muito dano que esses bichos dão.
Here, take this.
This is adeptal energy! That light from your body, it's like the time in giant cars! Wow! It's not a pink
Meu
shockwave!
Deus. Vida.
This granny's really strong.
Locked up.
Ready, steady, go! Let the show begin.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil! Cast your fear of injury by the wayside, and fight with all your might! I too did this during the Archon War!
So this is what Ganya's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Cue the spotlight! Delve into destiny!
Target acquired.
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak. In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right? Surprise!
Miscalculated.
Chip on us! Let the magic begin!
I got him cornered. Target acquired.
Before your king!
The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Right on, comrades. Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
Ah. Não foi. Tudo aquele bafafá de novo, é?
According to Kuching, excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Yes.
It's not convenient to
Ah, well said.
Yep.
And yet the code they used was...
If we hadn't happened to see... Do we make...
What are you?
Tá, vamos só pular, gente. Essa parte a gente já...
Faced with the calamity.
Oh, Paimon gets...
It's not just you, which is why we must stop.
So the Archon warp... So will the power of the cheese...
We've already discussed this.
What?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chi Sing did once, and as fate would have it, for what could you mortals...
So be it. We haven't a moment to spare. Yep.
De novo. Minha vida é legal, gente. Na primeira considera, ó. Tum, 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 tum. Faz tudo pra ser bonitinho. Faz um ciclo, faz um campinho de batalha e tal. Monta as estruturas. Eu pedi lá do passo banco. Ah, vai. Ah, aham. Eu vou ter que esperar. Logo, meu. Foi 800 XP, é muito pouco. Dava 1 milhão logo. Level 32 minutos, gente. Ah, pera.
The 3 Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista.
Comida.
Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
Let me scribe.
Target acquired. Lockdown.
Miscalculated.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How dare you? Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Send this quickly.
Pleasure doing business with you. The ancient gods attacking again! There are so many Fatui too! We can't help!
Vai, pera. Cala a boca, esse menino. Cala a boca um segundo.
Were you about to say we can't hold them?
Ah, véi! Que demora pra...
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is also energy! That light from your body, it's like the time to your card! Wow! It's Madame Ping's shockwave! This green is really strong!
Not breaking a sweat.
Target acquired.
cornered.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Ganya's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast! Let's dance.
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Target acquired.
Written in the stars. Over here. Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak. In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
This isn't it.
Decided by destiny. Be amazed. Chip on up.
Shadow the past. Mine to command.
Over here. The Fatui's numbers are thinning.
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
Down cornered.
Miscalculated, I guess. This is it.
Finalmente.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Isso é novo. Corre.
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Triste. Isso é triste. Porra. Tô chorando. Você chorando. Porra, que a mulher falou, dá uma kill. Ainda não queria, mas tem que valer a pena. Ai. Poxa, velho, eu vou.
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue...
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for build. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least...
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some... Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot...
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed... Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all... Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing, I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right. That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the animal Archon sought to quell...
Each of the 7 nations has its own
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I have come to extend my... I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millelith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and thanks for protecting Leo.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. Oh.
You see, this is what Liyue, the country of contracts, is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary for the city to rely. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found. The time of contracts.
Your line of inquiry is askew.
Seems like the
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons.
Yes, one understands what the conqueror of demons. One fears that by the time one... Fair enough.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my...
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh? Oh, right! It's nice that we've... Child wanted to unleash
Alguém
the
falando no
god,
chat.
so we can lure Rex Lapis out.
Chat tá ok.
But we were able to... Oh, and speaking of that...
Ai, gente, quase chorei aqui. Tá.
Isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
Points for agility.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could... We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
Zhongli, eu quero jogar com Zhongli. Gente, eu tô louquinho pra jogar com Zhongli.
You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
Desculpa aí, tô guardando. Ah, essa doeu. Doeu, mas eu tô com pressa. Doeu, gente. Doeu. Puta que pariu.
You call this cooperation between harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? Oh, it seems that some of your—
Hey, Zhongli and Child! And you!
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map.
I knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you. Besides, I thought nothing personal. We just have different views.
não
The
digo que
real
Zhongli
deceivers
Li.
here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually,
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm— You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee.
Pega!
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Chio? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis—
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake—
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over.
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that, as you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not until one drizzly day. As I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself,
Oh, Zhongli.
but as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, so I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti. Indeed I was. The Gnosis, which I had kept for so many years, suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the—
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would—
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him, too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Chising, but in the end, they even— Credit is also due to Senora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything— This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on all of these things turned out as I had planned. I had expected them to seize the opportunity to supplant—
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo Archon, Liu, would never have been able to become a dazzler.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Hey, haven't you learned the Liyue saying, don't always call it as you see it?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zappolyarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty.
Fine.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is...
Realistically speaking, there is...
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. My agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
Eu quero jogar com ele, PVPzinho. Sabe, em PVP? Não adianta, não adianta. Por quê? Porque o jogo é uma bosta. Pô, fiquei triste.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Ataque equivalente.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident...
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that...
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. Yes, it's very I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Oh, that wicked black... Still, what's...
Ah, forget it.
Oh, well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
So Rex Lapis is really... They didn't catch the culprit, did they?
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think. I don't think any of the gossip on the streets you hear from those shady types is worth anything. There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty high in rank. I think they...
Fatui? They certainly are...
Shh! Lower your...
Hear ye all! Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. Gods and adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis, having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors, or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Qixing's announcement said. So that's how something feels off. Could the Qixing already have... Exactly, right?
Estou aqui porque eu quero ganhar recompensa. Me dê recompensa. Ai, meu pai.
Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying so?
As said previously, Rex Lapis' soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous, but blinded by our prosperity.
The long, unending dream of our...
Now that we have awoken from our dream, will you stand with us?
So concludes the words of her. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? She looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking...
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the...
So young! The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You
Whoa!
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
The cleanup of the...
Roping you in.
Pronto, problema
You
resolvido.
were looking...
A gente quer pegar o Zangli.
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, and here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying... Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to...
That sounds like big...
You're right.
But why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, when I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never... But since you weren't used to not being able to just...
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely the Archon Morax. I will treasure the memories that I made. That is true.
Paimon thinks that we should make him...
I fear that continuing your... Yes. The Electro-Archon...
Paimon thinks we've...
That is the case.
That said, Zhongli, since...
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often but if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, this is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have...
That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the vision...
Vision hunt?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the omnipresent god.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they...
Whoa!
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate the fact that even I, knowing her, 7 ideals. All right then. What? That said, the reason why the Qixing were so eager to resolve the incident and stop pursuing the culprit was indeed because they received news in secret that I hinted as much to the Adepti as well. How did I accomplish that, you ask? Have you ever heard of this particularly convenient Adepti art known as... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well then,
Terminei. Terminei level 30. Concluída. Nível 9. E tudo foi. Aqui. Ô meu pai, fala que meu nome é.
I have gathered everyone here today to make an important, and perhaps some of you will have heard the news already. I am, in fact, planning—
Rebuild the Jade Chamber? That's a huge project!
So the rumors are true. No wonder the price of building materials has gone up so much lately.
The Jade Chamber means a lot to Lady Ningguang. Getting involved in this would be... Lady Ningguang, is there any way we can be of service?
Patience. Since the news made it out a few days ago, I have already had many people. Nevertheless, I do have a few matters I should. The building site has been chosen, and most of the materials have been assembled. 3 key items are. They are as follows: Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils.
Excuse my ignorance, Lady Ningguang. I'm familiar enough—
Only sufficiently large pieces of plastrite, or specifically, vermilionite, may earn themselves the Sunset moniker. This stone is what allows the Jade Chamber to float. Wonder Cores, Adepti Sigil. Although these 3 items are rare, I trust that with your connections and capabilities, procuring them will not be a question. I take the sense you may ask.
These things won't be easy to get hold of. But if it means a chance to get some inside information on Liyue Harbor's development...
Then it's the deal of a lifetime. Information from Lady Ningguang is priceless. Haha, what a coincidence! I won't divulge too much, but I heard some murmurings about some plastrite just the other day.
No. Better...
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber? This...
So you heard my announcement, did you? What do you think? Interested? Yes. Providing the question pertains to something I am not—
Really? Ooh, then Paimon will ask you about how to run a business! Then we'll never be short of Mora ever?
Of course. But how much information— The construction of the Jade Chamber requires a great deal of space. The abandoned mine outside the Golden House has been selected as the building's— I have other business, remember.
Ningguang seems super busy. First we gotta get out of Eugene Terrace. Huh? Look! It seems—
Ma'am, you seem like an eminent and distinguished young lady to me. I can see that you're easily gonna win this as it happens.
No.
Don't be like that. Why don't you stand there after her? Oh, right, yeah.
Ah, tem um videozinho ali, ó. Artefato. Ah. Vamos lá.
Information's just what we need right now. Let's follow them and see what we can find out.
Olha as missões. Missão de mundo. Vou pra rapidinho pro level 30.
They're not here. Let's keep looking.
Well, will you? Don't worry. We're not bad guys. You give us some Mora, we give you a little info.
Boss, I got a bad feeling about this. Look at her, the white hair, the energy she gives off. I'm telling you, there's something different about...
So what? She's loaded. How are we ever going to repay those?
I've already told you. I don't need your information. If you still can't grasp that...
Come on, ma'am. You seem like It's not about whether you need the info or not, okay? It's about you taking out your money and handing it over, nobody getting hurt.
I won't...
No more excuses! Yeah, I saw you. Strolling into Leo Lee Pavilion, ordering a table full of food, and Shinue kiosk. How could you afford to...
Master warned me not to lay a hand on anyone in Liyue Harbor. But here we are. Perhaps... yes.
Boss, I'm telling you...
What are you afraid of? We're just selling information. It's not illegal. If she lays a finger on us, all the better. We'll sue her for everything she's worth.
Oh, you again.
The Millilith. What are the Millilith doing here? Did you do this? You ought to mind your own business.
Silence! How dare you threaten innocent civilians? You're
No, don't be...
Ai, que tá.
Shenhe.
Shenhe?
My name.
Oh, so your name's Shenhe. Paimon's name is... well, Paimon. And this is Paimon's travel buddy.
I've heard about you two before. I could have dealt with it myself, though. I suspect smashing his head against the ground a handful of times is all it would have taken.
This is Liyue Harbor. There are laws against that kind of stuff, you know.
Laws? No.
Really?
That would be my stomach growling.
She's so honest. Wait, that's right. They said you went around all the restaurants ordering then of course you're still hungry. So, anything in
Chingson, glaze lily, violet grass. These are my usuals. Medicinal herbs?
Kinda hard to explain. Anyway, Boo Boo Pharmacy's not far away. Let's take Shenhe there for a big... After all, you can't work on an empty stomach. You think...
Onde que é? Ah, logo ali.
Seems like it's her first time in Liyue Harbor.
Are you here to buy some herbs? I do hope you brought your prescription.
Chingson, glaze lily, and violet grass, please. Half a pack.
What kind of prescription is this? Sounds more like a lunch order. Oh, here you go. That's everything we...
Thank you.
She's really eating them.
My hunger has now abated. Thank you. Rather awful. Though they were not completely devoid of sweet fragrance, after consuming a large quantity.
So, how come you chow down on these and barely touch the restaurant food? If Paimon had enough, Mora, Paimon would...
Because I'm not sure whether I will remain here in the future. The food of the mortal realm is most delicious. But should I return to the mountains, yearning for the food here shall only pose an obstacle. Sampling each dish in order to appreciate its taste is enough.
Return to the Paimon knew she was an Adeptus!
Enough about me. What are your plans from here?
Oh, right! Paimon almost forgot! We came out to take part in the and now we're probably super behind.
I see.
Yep! You get to ask Ningguang any question you want. Were you interested in the contest too, Shenhe?
I came for the rebuilding of the Jade Chamber, but until this point I had no intention of joining a contest. However, you have shown me your kindness, and I would now like to lend you my assistance. Oh, don't worry. I ask for nothing in return.
Wow! You really don't have to. But having an Adeptus help out will make things a whole lot easier, so...
Then let's not delay.
Great!
I am not sure whether or to what extent this plan can be classified. We simply need to dispose of everyone who is currently ahead of us. Then we'll...
Veto!
Really?
Look, you sunset from...
I was wondering who I could hear arguing over there. So, it's you.
Baishu? What are you doing?
Lady Ningguang wishes to purchase a large batch of wound dressing. We're running low at the store, so I came out to fetch the ingredients personally.
Huh? How come Lady Ningguang needs so much wound dressing?
I'm not too sure. I did hear she's looking to rebuild the Jade Chamber. Maybe for its first aid on... Oh, and she also borrowed Chi-Chi. Meaning Boo Boo Pharmacy is very short-handed right now.
No.
Ah, as far as...
Okay then, let's go ask at the Feiyun Com... Thanks, Baishu.
You're quite...
Hello, nice to meet you. My name is Xiangling. I'm a chef from Liyue. My favorite place is the chicken. Hello, nice to meet you.
Bora tentar?
Nice. Everything's ready. Let's go. Wow!
Ah, esquece. Abandona. Não. Olha aqui.
I don't want to. It's gross.
Get better.
10 points for agility. Are you running away?
Master Xingqiu, thank goodness you're finally back.
Oh? Why do I detect an urgency in your voice?
The guild has had a whole string of strange orders in recently. Everyone's been completely caught off guard. Your father gave me specific instructions to ask you to stay and help out if
I see. Have someone sort the orders by type for now. I'll deal with...
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you, Master. With you...
Hey, Xingqiu! Glad you're here. We want to ask you for some information.
Traveler, Paimon, please wait a moment. Shu, I need to entertain some guests. Please continue with your work for the time being.
Understood, Master Xingqiu.
I wasn't counting on finding you here today. Let's go.
Xingqiu, have you ever heard of...
Oh, I see. So you've entered Lady Ningguang's...
As well?
The truth is, the Feiyun Commerce Guild is in possession of some suns. We are holding it on behalf of someone who has asked us to put it up for auction. And a lot of interested parties have already... At the end of the day, it all comes down to supply and demand. In this case, I'm guessing the final
500 million?!
Honestly, I would recommend that you don't bother bidding on this one. The price is greatly inflated, and it's just not worth...
But without any sunset vermilionite...
Don't panic. I don't suppose you ever heard of Sea Gazer?
Who?
Sea Gazer was once very close to Mountain Shaper, but if I am not mistaken, he has already passed away.
Yes, precisely. I didn't know anyone else knew about him. According to records of drifting clouds, Sea Gazer once built an abode to store his rarest and most exquisite treasures, among which was some sunset vermilionite. After Sea Gazer passed, the abode was abandoned, and its location was lost to time. Luckily, I came into possession of a stack of folk history.
That's great! Wouldn't it be...
You needn't.
Open-minded.
Just a rumor I heard out in the mountains. All right then.
There's something about this young lady that reminds me of a good friend. Oh, I almost forgot. Adepti abodes tend to have very ingenious designs, especially when it comes to their defense mechanisms. Plus, it's likely to be crawling with monsters after—
Okay, Incho said it should be around here, but Paimon doesn't see anything.
This place was hidden using a special Adepti art. But now that I have removed it, we can inspect the area.
Wow, that's amazing! Yep, let's take another look around. Hey, look! Is that a new Sealy over there?
Gente, eu sei onde tá. Eu sei.
The Sealy got to here and then disappeared. Should we go over and take a look?
Ah, se não faz mais que o observador do oceano. Vai ter que ser. Tem que ser. Não tem outra opção, gente. Combinho aí tá bom pra porra. Combinho aí tá bom.
Weren't we at a waterfall just now? Oh, so many clouds.
I believe this is the abode of that Adeptus. With any luck, the sunset vermilionite we're looking for.
Really? Let Paimon see. Huh? Look, it's gone and and now that Paimon takes a closer look, the rocks and trees here—
These are not real If we want to go down, we must first destroy the mechanism that is maintaining the
All right, then let's do it.
I sense the presence of mon—
Ah, mas sabe o dia que eu tenho que fazer? Melhor, me mostra. Olha lá, pá. Vamos testar, peraí.
Take your true form! My will embodied!
Jesus. É só isso? Ah, dá pra andar. Dá.
Let the show begin.
Eita.
Manifest!
Daninho é bom. Daninho é bom. Daninho tá bom. 200 e pouco.
Locked on.
Depois eu enfrento o boss.
was unexpected. I got him cornered.
Surprise! Delved into destiny. Over here.
A tefada vai aumentar muito o dano, gente. Não foi? É uma bola só no final, tá?
It appears that we've been taken for intruders. This time, why not allow me to take care of this?
Zip on us. Let me scry.
Locked up.
Fate is upon you. Cue the spotlight.
Target acquired. Claim these souls.
The core of the mechanism is exposed. Now's our chance.
Locked up.
Oh.
Is everyone okay? Look! Cecilia's disappeared beneath the clouds again!
It looks like we need to go further down. But before that, let's destroy the guard mechanisms on this level first.
Target acquired.
Vamos lá. Eu vou pegar a espada. Vou colocar a espada, jogo. O problema, gente, aqui, ó.
Come on! We can do it!
shadows of fate.
I got him cornered.
Points for agility. Zip on up.
Obey! Manifest! By ordinance divine!
Written in the stars. Be amazed! Over here.
Target acquired.
Totalmente que eu tinha essa menininha.
I got him cornered.
Eu vou sacar.
This time we're really gonna fall. So high. Luckily there was a pool of water at the bottom. Otherwise that could have ended very differently. Hey! That Sealy's on the move again. Huh. Something looks different about this stone wall. Let's take a closer look.
Tinha mexido a rocha errada.
Glory to which none can compare. Especially not when
Let's
it's that
dance.
mood. Measly insects. Now you must pay.
Delved into destiny. Cue the spotlight.
Let the show begin.
Target acquired.
Fate is upon you.
Ready, steady, go! Didn't quite toss it. Step on up. Let's dance. Let me scry. Surprise!
Locked on. Time for you to pay the price.
Yeah. Go, Barbara, go! I'll protect Pink!
I got him cornered. Target acquired.
You will regret this! Do your master's Shift! Delves into destiny! Be amazed!
Claim these souls!
The dead would blaze in dragon fire! Over here!
Transfiguration! Unleash!
Written in the stars!
Look at this.
Manifest! Let the show begin.
I got him cornered.
Lindo.
Look, over there! That be the sunset vermilionite?
Deixa eu ver meu nível de aventura. 9, né?
Is it? Is this the sunset vermilionite? It's so huge! That's true, but then again, why isn't it?
Plaustrite doesn't float until it's activated. It may look different from most ordinary stones, but it weighs only after being activated does Plaustrite reveal its true nature, breaking free from the shackles of the mortal realm and
Wow, Shenhe.
only because my master is fond of chatting about these things. The moment I don't care for her stories most of
Hold on a sec. I'm on just real. If we activate it here, there's no way we'll be able to get it back to the site, right? Heck, we'll be. But if we don't activate it, how else are we gonna lift it?
Don't worry. I can handle the weight quite easily.
Are you sure?
Please don't worry. I'm well aware that a Plaustrite sample this large must be highly my safety.
That's right. I'm unsure you can. You gotta be.
I'll go on ahead with the Plaustrite. Let's meet at the building site later.
How
Eu quero ver a carregar.
Carry that huge
Joga
rock all
baú.
by herself. Adepti super.
Tem que fazer essa missão aqui do bullying. Acho que eu vou fazer ainda hoje. Não, que é o baú. Porque eu tô pegando os artefatos, gente. Que é esse daqui, ó. Tô vendo que tem uns artefatos. Tô pegando os itens aqui, ó. Tô pegando os itens aqui.
We can't slow down yet. Let's go meet her at...
Eu quero ver a pedona na mão da menina. Isso que eu quero ver, gente. Não tem mais nenhuma outra coisa. Tá aí, deixa eu...
Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes.
How can she lift that massive rock all by herself? She's got...
Oh, mighty Adeptus, please give me your blessing so that in the coming year I may repay.
This is top tier in size and quality, and the condition it's in is quite simply immaculate. I'm going to award you full marks for the Sunset Vermilionite.
My name isn't important. I'm not even here to compete. I was just delivering this for some other people. They should be here any minute.
Shenhe and Ningguang's little helper.
Ah, so you're the ones behind this. No wonder. The rarest talent turns in the rarest plastrite specimen. But I have to correct you on one point. It's not helper, it's secretary.
Okay then, Miss Secretary. What do you think?
In truth, it is the finest piece of plastrite we have received so far. If everything goes according to plan, we will use this piece in the foundation of the Jade Chamber, which will enable us to As a side note, Lady Ningguang has rented some dwellings in the nearby area to serve as accommodations for the contestants. Now, please excuse me. As you can see, there is still a lot of work.
Shenhe! Just now on the way over.
Oh, really?
What kind of reaction is that? Whenever Paimon...
I've had similar compliments before. They call me an Adeptus, treat me with great deference and respect, as if I'm...
Yeah, 'cause that's how Adepti are. At least the ones we've met are pretty unique and reclusive too.
But I am not...
Shenhe?
I'm fine. I've been exerting myself quite a lot ever since we set...
Well, Byron said that there are some makeshift hotels we can use, right?
No need. I simply need to find myself...
You can't do that. When you're hungry, you go eat...
Okay.
Great!
Is this really no...
Não vou me salvar não, tá? Mais tarde.
Hi there! Checking in, are we? You're just in time. We only have 2 rooms left. Since this was chosen as the building site for the new Jade Chamber, we've had a constant stream of people in this area. And not so...
Great!
One of your rooms is still being cleaned. I guess it should be ready within the hour. The other room is just... Here are your keys. All right.
Shenhe, you should go get some rest. Paimon's gonna go see if there's anything good to eat around here. Let's buy one for...
All right. If you need anything, don't hesitate to disturb me. Mm-hmm.
Hey! Isn't that Cloud Retainer? Let's go and say hi.
É, subir lá. Jeito simples, gente difícil. Jeito simples. E minha filha?
One trusts you have met Shenhe. Oh, are you getting along quite well?
So far, so good. Yeah. So, you know Shenhua Q Card Retainer?
Naturally. They've forgone you, who spends the majority of her time in Liyue Harbor. All the Adepti living today are acquainted.
Cool. So, what's her Adeptus name anyway? Calling her Shenhua feels kind of friendly, but also kind of disrespectful. So Paimon's thinking maybe it...
Her Adeptus name? What?
Don't all Adepti have a...
On this latter point, you are correct.
Oh, right. Wait, what? What? You knew already?
Do you mean to say that she presents differently from ordinary human beings?
Well, to start with, her problem-solving methods are...
Ah, yes. She was like this all. One first found Shenhe by chance in a cave. One was passing by and sensed the presence of a god's remains. Inside was Shenhe, then aged around 6 years old. In her hand, she held a dagger with which she was confronting a monster.
That sounds so...
When one arrived, she
Ah,
had
eu quero
already...
logo pegar
she was
o
one
coisa.
dealt with...
In other words...
Not necessarily...
That's still so...
Alas, the mortal world is rife with suffering of... Indeed. However, her moon carver red ropes have... It is only by fate that...
Oh, now Paimon gets it.
Huh. You dare draw such a facile conclusion on the nature of one's present excursion. Ningguang want... If she had... Let us conclude our...
Vai, vai.
So, Shenhua isn't an Adeptus after all.
É que horas? 8h12. Vou pegar umas 8, 7 e pouco. Oito e 4. Oh.
Hey, so, Shenhua...
Master has relayed my situation to you, I take it?
Oh? How did you know?
I'd intended to wait until you came back before going to sleep, but I didn't hear you come in. I was worried that something may have happened to you. So I went outside to check and caught sight of my mask. On top of this, you have been acting very strangely around me this morning, causing me to suspect that my master must have told... After all, Master is... very talkative.
Sorry, Shenhua.
It's okay. I don't mind. The fault is mine for not explaining everything to... Still, though you mistook me for an Adeptus, you never treated me as distant and unapproachable. For this, I am very...
To be fair, anyway...
Got it. Although I don't know quite...
Great! But after all... Oh, and another thing. We bought some grilled chicken drumsticks on the way back last night. There was a place just outside.
Ew.
Here's one for you, Shenhua. Try it! They're so good.
I concur. It has a rich flavor, far more agreeable than those I've cooked for myself in the wilderness in the past.
Pô, esses caras são bons.
Look! Look! The Jade Chamber is floating into the sky! But it seems to be tied down by something.
That's because it's not finished.
Hey, Byron! And hey! People Paimon doesn't know?
Given the enormous scale of the Jade Chamber, we split the construction work into 2 phases to make sure the structure remains. Before we find some suitable plastrite, we build the Jade Chamber's keel. Once the plastrite is ready, we place it into the keel and let the partially constructed Jade Chamber rise up to the height of the surrounding mountain peaks. The remainder of the construction work is then carried out at that altitude. Once everything is ready, we release the iron tethers.
Miss Bywin, we've brought some new materials to submit.
One moment, I'll be right there. The construction work has only been able to progress this rapidly thanks to the plastrite provided by you. Lady Ningguang is most grateful and looks forward to seeing more of your work.
Wow, can't believe you sourced the plastrite so quickly. It's the key piece of the puzzle. Looks like you beat us to the punch. Wait, I know you. You're the one who fought against the Fatui and Osile, right? Pleased to meet you. I'm Beto, captain of the Crux.
Beto? Are you here to join the Jade Chamber contest?
Sure am. I happened to get my hands on a chunk of sunset vermilionite on a voyage a while back, so I figured...
Huh. Even though it's rare, they're not the only...
Oh, I've got some introductions to do. This is the renowned Miss Yun, or Yunjin.
Greetings.
These two are Paimon and the Traveler. I'm sure you've heard of them before. And this is...
Shenhe.
Good to meet you. Miss Yun is also here for the contest. Turns out she needed to borrow a boat, so we came together.
It's an honor to finally meet you both. I've heard much about you. Miss Shenhe, though we are, to be honest with... Wow! Excuse me for prying, Miss Shenhe, but are you competing...
No, I don't have any questions for Ningguang. I just wanted...
In that case, Lady Ningguang said that the first 3 contestants to procure all 3 materials will be awarded the chance to ask a question. Instead of competing against each other, we could work together to... Sounds great!
The plastrite, how'd I do?
Precisely.
Huh.
Okay then. All right, I'll go first. From what I've heard, the core itself is really not that difficult to make. The hard part is getting hold of the ore used as raw materials. I'm gonna head back to the...
We will head into town and seek advice...
Wonderful. I'm gonna take off.
Vamos só dar uma
See you later.
acelerada.
Okay, let's... By the way, I'm looking for a... Ooh. The opera is It's called The Divine Damsel... Excuse me, ma'am.
Of course I have.
My name is...
Yunjin? Sorry. My brain's finally caught up. Not used to doing much. So, the types of ore need...
No?
If I remember, it could take some work, but if you stick with... of course, it's...
Mount Tianheng.
Interestingly enough, I hear the view there. Perhaps it can give me...
É bom que tem TP.
I came to Mount Tianheng once with my father as a child. I remember it being such a long climb that I could barely feel my legs by the time we reached the top. This is quite a trip down memory lane for me. Look at no wonder the legend of... The Divine Damsel... What's the story about? It's the story of a girl. Cool. The legend first arose in that village. The wife was out, the vile and vicious monster. What a nasty piece of... But the monster was just while they were discussing whose child... No! Unbeknownst to anybody else, her extraordinary abilities drew the attention, and so...
Vamos pular um pouco a conversa aqui, tá,
destined to
gente?
grace the mortal realm for but a brief moment, she vanished like a wisp of...
I really like this story, but I'm not sure she...
Opera is always when my father wrote this... Well...
Pode, conversa.
just need to find that symposium.
I think I saw a village on our way here. Master Zhang said we should ask the locals for help. Why don't we try?
Hey, there really is someone here. Yunjin, looks like you were right. Excuse us. Huh. Agents?
Hello, sir. We were just passing by and wanted.
Is he trying to tell us to look for clues in the village? Shenhua, Yunjin.
Sorry, you can go ahead without me. I'd like to have a word with this gentleman. If that's okay with you, Uncle Mingjin.
It's
Shenhe.
Shinhe. I'm sorry, I don't know how to find Subrosium. But I think you can find some information in the village. And this place is deserted now.
Thank you, kind sir. We'll go and take. Don't worry. Mingjin has no ill intention towards Miss Shenhe. She'll be quite safe.
Okay.
Oh, what's this? So, now that I think about it, so that's why I've been, according to this text, and she didn't volunteer. She was sacrificed to the monster by her own father. Oh, the truth is even more lamentable than the opera. Now I understand why Shenhe said the girl was not as brave as people think. It wasn't her choice to... Oh. Looks like my father may need to make a few revisions to his beloved opera.
Do I get a share?
You actually want this trash? Points for agility.
So it seems that Shenhe's father thought he was summoning a benevolent deity using a magic incantation. But in fact, he summoned an evil god. His obsessive yearning for his deceased wife led to a terrible... Still...
We've looked everywhere, but still no mention of Subrosium. Let's have a look over there. So basically, we need to go to the middle of the lake south of Mount T. Let's go back and tell
One year when I was back visiting, I heard a story about a white-haired adeptus from a merchant passing by. I never imagined it would. I was a very close friend of your father's. I could have stopped him from performing the summoning ritual. I bring flowers back.
Apologize for what? There is nothing he wouldn't have done for his...
Do you still...
I don't know what I feel. I'm told my fate is to bear the curse of calamity, so my master bound my soul with red ropes to curb my aggression. But it also dampened my emotions, making... So if you ask me how I feel about the past...
It must have been so tough for you all these years.
Shenhe, we're back!
Vai só pula, vai. Ai, não gosto dessas coisas de peixe, não.
Oh, and I will leave you all in peace. I'll tell you more about the old times next...
Thanks, mister. We found some info in the end. Shenhe, look. This tells us how to find Sabro.
Let's go.
Miss Shenhe, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Just now, in the village, we found your father's diary. It turns out that many of the details in the divine...
Why?
I know I say that opera always deviates from the truth, but now that the main character is standing right here in front of me, I can't...
It's okay. I like you.
But,
My master once said that the day I learn how to use my strength for the good of others is the day that I... So, I hope, but I've never thought this way before.
Don't worry. I believe you. In fact, I think...
Shenhe! Yunjin! Cut! We can't let someone else beat us too!
Bem no meio do lago. No sul, no sudeste. Bem no... Sul, no sudeste. Eu vou botar assim. Quises. Certinho. É bom, precisão atômica, gente. Deixa eu ver se eu soltava e voltava. Okay.
I'm not the friend to come to for words of...
That's everything we need! Let's head back and report in! Paimon's curious if Beto's made any progress.
What brings you here? Have they found a solution to the danger in the sea? Ningguang didn't tell you. Something has happened in Guyan Stone Forest. According to the contract. But these things can be unpredictable. Only a single mountain if things get out of control.
Mestre Zabuto.
Hands are still dripping.
10 points for agility.
Oh, goodness.
So,
This is some top quality ore you found. I think I'll get a good end product. Guess now it's my time to...
Hey everyone, how's the A-team doing? I ran into a bit of a brick wall on my end. Suling's never seen a Wonder Core before, and says it...
Leave the Wonder Cores to me. I'll work on them while you go about your business. Don't worry. It won't take me too long.
Much obliged, Master Zhang. We should look into the Adepti sigils next. But where should we find items related?
I'll sort that out.
Oh? You got this then?
Yes. I have been training with the Adepti for years. When we first met, I told you I came for the Jade Chamber, not the contest. In fact, I came specifically to deliver Adepti sigils. Master heard that Ningguang was planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber. Master also said she hoped that I can take this opportunity to rejoin human society. But now that I'm here, maybe it won't work for me to stay.
Without knowing the but now that our paths have crossed, we'll always have a connection. If you're ever feeling down...
Thank you. So, Master Zhang, I'll need to use...
Fine by me. I'm actually curious to see how the Adepti arts work.
Whew. The sigils are ready. Though they are in some respects inferior to my master's, I can assure...
I've finished forging the things you asked for, too.
Great! Let's go submit them before someone else...
Vamos lá, entrega! Isso aqui é lindo. Oh. Eu dou TV, isso aqui aumenta de tamanho, pessoa minha.
You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
Tá gigante já, velho. Esse cara construindo. Ô, vamos contratar esse trabalhador aqui pro Brasil, gente. Em dois, quase. Tem 4.
Already? All 3 of you found them together. The Wonder Cores and Adepti sigils look good. I hereby announce that the winners of this material procurement contest are...
What? It's over already? I haven't even found the plustrate yet!
I can't believe it.
So close, but so far.
I'd like to invite our 3 winners to please proceed to the Jade Chamber.
Huh? Where's Beidou?
Captain Beidou has some business to attend to. She will join later. Please come.
Alright then. Guess we'll head... This has been a long time coming. The last time...
Não vai ser um tempo assim, não. 3 dias não é tanto tempo. Porra! Cada cutscene dessa é 2 anos.
Combine the Adepti sigils with the Wonder Cores and insert them into the Jade Chamber's control compartment. The construction of the new Jade Chamber is now officially complete. Once the tethers are released, it will thank you all for your work.
Yeah!
Miss Yun, I've already heard something about the reason for your involvement.
That's right. Lady Ningguang, I would like to hear your opinion.
The unveiling of Miss Yun's grand new opera surely requires a venue of equal grandeur. So what would you say if I proposed that we stage your first The Jade Chamber offers a splendid panoramic view of the mountains and the bustling city. It is fitting for the finest...
Thank you, Lady Ningguang. Then I will prepare my props and other articles shortly.
You're quite welcome. It's truly what a good opera does.
A traveler, Shenhe, Paimon, I'll be leaving now.
You're next. What is your question? I should clarify. I do not know your sister's whereabouts. Please.
Wow. You're a mind reader, Ningguang. Oh well. Guess Paimon will ask a question then.
Managing a successful business is not as simple as you might think. Capital, connections, sensitivity to the trends, an instinct for what is If you want to know how to make money, I will honor our agreement and give you an answer. But that is...
Wow. Paimon hadn't...
Your question was written all over your face. Now look. You helped me rebuild the Jade, so I promise you that should you one day require financial assistance, you may seek employment here. I will pay you.
Great! So next time we run out of Moro, we just need to come to me. No more questions from us. Shenhe, you got a question?
Me?
Yes, this is a...
Thank you. But I don't have anything to ask.
Are you sure? This is a once in...
Yeah, just don't waste it.
Lady Ningguang, do you think I can ever fit in Liyue?
Now that is an interesting question. Liyue Harbor is very inclusive. As long as you respect the rules here, he will. So, the key is whether or not you yourself can develop a sense of belonging.
Huh. A sense of belonging.
Yes. To become fond, perhaps someone you've met, or in short.
Hey, what's going on? I just went to see the fleet. I'm a little later than expected.
Come on, Beto. It's your turn. Do you have a question?
Me? Nah, I ain't got any questions. She forced me to help out, so I figured I may as well get involved with the contest. Ningguang, don't forget what we talked about. It's not gonna be easy to deal with. I don't think my fleet can take it on their own.
Don't worry. I have made preparations. The wound dressings are ready, and the Millilith have set up an ambush.
Glad to hear it. Watch your back.
Beto? Ningguang? What are you talking?
You'll see when the Jade Chamber ascends. However, it's not the most pleasant topic of conversation.
Epa. Pode assim são.
When I first set foot in the Jade Chamber, I stood at the edge of the platform. At that time, I dreamed that one day the Jade Chamber's shadow would be seen in all seven. My wish has not changed to this very day. However, it is not only out of consideration for my. I hope the Jade Chamber will open, and I hope that you can all witness it with me. Let the Ascension ceremony commence! Right on cue. The Avenger of the Vortex, Beisht.
Who is that?
Osial's wife. Final follower of the Overlord of the Vortex.
Sounds like you knew this was coming.
Beto sensed something was stirring in the deep. She warned me months ago. Knowing she harbors hatred toward the Jade Chamber, I chose to rebuild it now as a way of drawing her out.
Meses atrás. Puta que pariu.
Well, let's go fetch the Adepti.
No. In this human age, the people of Liyue must find a way to overcome this crisis on our strength alone.
All hands! A tsunami incoming!
What's that? Wait! A giant wave!
Idiota.
You are a cursed child. Your life brings nothing but disaster to us all. At least if you die, I can bring her back.
The day you learn how to use your strength for the good of others is the day that you can truly become part of human society.
Porra. Cena fantástica, hein? Pela tudo. Vamos correr. Legal, porra. Cacete caro.
What are you doing here?
We can't let you be the only one taking this risk.
I hardly see this as a great risk. The people of Leah Harbor are well prepared, and she is already badly injured. Only she
Yeah,
will
but
power
it's
is keeping her
increasing.
alive. I may be nearing the end of my stamina, but in a fight to the death, I think I have the upper hand.
We'll help too.
For the Lord of the Night!
Submit your souls in sacrifice.
Olha isso.
I got him cornered!
Não entendi. Vamos. Toma ult.
Surprise! Let me scribe. Cue the spotlight.
Quer dizer que tá sendo mais sorte que eu tenho. É tipo aquele PVPzinho em arena que 3 contra 1, né? É isso?
Unleash! You will regret this!
Step on up.
Locked on!
Obey! My will embodied! Oh! By ordinance divine, in your dreams!
Bom dia! Como é que tu vas? Como é que tu vai? Tá bem? Tem baú? Baúzinho? Baúzinho? Baúzinho?
This place is unstable. It is too...
Tá forte, 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 forte.
I'm just a little exhausted. I wanted to deal with it myself. I didn't expect you to follow me. Don't worry. She's not coming back anytime soon. After an injury like that...
How did things go underwater?
It's been dealt with. She was injured before entering the water. It didn't take too much effort to finish the job.
Good. So the crisis has been safely averted.
Lady Ningguang, the fleet reports that the sea monster has left Guyan Stone Forest and the surrounding waters have returned to normal.
Thank you.
Thanks to the medical supplies you prepared and Lady Keqing's command, our losses were minimal. Of course, we owe huge thanks to this young lady on behalf of the entire Millelith.
Great. Then next time I watch Miss Yun's opera, I'll be able to take the compliments. I wasn't trying to be a hero, though. I just wanted to—
Let the soldiers recuperate. But don't let your guard down.
Yes, ma'am.
You've been monitoring us for some time now. I trust you've reached a conclusion.
You wish to hear one's opinion. Well, things would have hardly gone—
That I do not deny. However, final victory was always going to be ours. Even had things— If it came to it, I could always destroy another Jade Chamber.
One has observed your adaptation of the Guizhong Ballista. Find oneself compelled to admit that you have learned from past failures and prepared for this crisis in advance. There's considerable progress, hence on balance. One finds your performance during this trial satisfactory.
While the position of Tianquan remains mine, I will always ensure Liyue's safety.
Shenhe, one saw you secretly venture out from the mountains a few years ago. And hopefully this trip to Liyue Harbor has been a different—
Yes. I feel happier than I expected.
Good. Traveler, in fact—
A mina é retardada, você mesmo.
Fine. Since you care not to listen, one shan't be telling you.
Please, have a good rest. Come to the Jade. We must celebrate.
Mano, é tipo assim, ela falou 2 meses. É aqui perto, né? Não custa. Mas é muito alto, deixa. Depois eu vou atrás, depois eu pego esse caminho aqui, ó. Veio o teleporte! Veio o teleporte! Não é? O palco tá bom.
Wow! Everyone's already— It's Paimon's first time with—
All of you here are my distinguished guests. I am determined that each of you thoroughly enjoy— Those who don't drink alcohol, please, help yourself to other beverages. Fine wine is a delight to the senses.
Have you heard? Miss Yun's going to be performing today.
Sure have. Honestly, it's the main reason I'm here. I've never missed— I hear she's going to perform The Divine Damsel of Devastation today, the one written by her father. I've been so—
Hey! Look!
Ela alterou. Ela alterou a peça. Pronto.
神女披冠到这里本该接近尾声，但今日我再添一笔，上谕诸位听，世道为民人不识，自有知音和情思，功名烈烈见了心，只觉无愁心。彼时鹤归，茫茫天地无依靠，孤身离去。今日再会，新朋旧友坐满堂，共聚此时。
You think? Personally, I thought I sang rather well.
It was beautiful. Paimon wants to learn too.
It was wonderful. Also,
You're welcome. Thanks to you, the divine damsel of devastation, the play has an ending. But life goes on.
thank you.
Ms. Yun. Here you are. Great, huh? Hey, this young lady with the white hair looks like some kind of VIP. Yeah, that's it. Wait. You're the girl from the opera, aren't you? The divine damsel herself. And look who else we have here. Let me pull up a chair. All right. We'll all have...
Alternatively, you could leave us alone. That is, if you'd prefer to finish your drink via the orifice of your own choice.
Oh, no,
Feels
that's
all
bad.
too familiar. Shenhe's back to her old self.
Hey, what are you doing?
Calm down, Shenhe.
Conquista, eu gosto de conquista. Porra, é bastante. Coisa boa. Ah. Se não me engano, tem uma quest aqui. Eu não... Não. Aqui. Ah, aqui eu posso pegar recompensa, né? Capítulo terminado, tem uma outra pra fazer, beleza. Quer dizer que eu posso fazer depois. É isso aqui. Vou lixar. Será que eu consigo chegar lá em... Não, não consigo. Tô contente, não consigo. Não, não consigo. Jornada Flor termina em Nova Aventura. Não consigo chegar lá a tempo mesmo que eu quero. Gente, eu vou fazer umas missões de mundo. Tá, eu vou ajeitar aqui umas coisas. Amanhã eu voltei. Espero que vocês tenham gostado da live. Então, até mais. E foi.